Hello and welcome to another episode of Optics 3 Debates. My name is Andras.
My name is Theodor. Hello.
We are debating over various series in Sightron's offer. We already have a video about S3, riflescopes and some other of their models. And today we decided to debate over the S5 series, which is, I would say, the top of the line of their riflescope as regards price and as regards quality. Is that correct?
Yeah, it basically goes in a top tier of all F-class riflescopes. So it's in the same class as Kahles K1050, Schmidt & Bender 12 to 52, some March scopes, some Night Force scopes and so on. So this is, I would say, the first try for Sightron to go in the top class of precision F-class shooters. We all know that S3 was immensely popular, and I would say, at least in our region, in this Central Europe, the Sightron S3 is dominating the market regards to F-class shooters, and I would say this mid-range, mid-class scopes. So basically, when you're searching for the best F-class scope for 1,000 euros, you go to Sightron S3. And it was normal for them to think about what about when people advanced in their shooting, when they become better and better, and when they're searching for top tier equipment, so for the next step, and they produce the S5.
So as far as I know, the first generation of S5 didn't include ED glass, as they name it, right?
Yeah, it was like this. They were thinking what to do better than on an S3, and they said, okay, we need more elevation, so to reach out further when they shoot. So they introduced 34mm tube. Then they said, what is the common problem with most of the F-class scopes with high magnification? Parallax. So they said, okay, we will do a really special parallax, and they did it in with, I would say, two-stage focusing knob.
So it's like a micro setting found on a microscope, perhaps.
Yeah,
similar.
it's similar, and you know, also on the best spotting scopes. The best spotting scopes also have two buttons, or how to say, two turrets for adjusting the focus or parallax.
They call this the F.A.S.T. system.
Yeah, like a F.A.S.T. system. I don't know what exactly the acronym stands for, but what basically does is that you have I would say, a rough parallax adjustment on the big side focus knob, and then you have the fine focus, which is 4 times slower.
So you basically focus with the big wheel, and then you make the fine adjustment with a small wheel.
To be honest, this is the best system on all the scopes at the moment, I would say. There is not a single other scope in this target category with high magnification meant for F-class that would have a better parallax, at least in my opinion. And I tried most of them. So this is something really where Sightron excels. So then they were thinking about how to do a better turrets, and they introduced tactical turrets. It's a target scope, but still a tactical turret. You can also check our other videos to see what are the differences between target scopes and tactical scopes. So they introduced the locking function on these turrets, and they made the scope better. But the glass was quite similar to S3 in the first iteration, the first generation, or how to say. So later, I think in 2017, they introduced the S5 ED glass. And now I would say most of the customers, they decide to go for the ED glass.
So with this acronym ED, they basically means that they use the higher quality glass than before.
Yeah, they chose a better glass for the optical construction, and then they achieved better optics. So now the S5 is, I would say, in top 5 of the best scopes for the F-class you can buy, and the glass quality, the optical performance, it's really up there with the best on the market.
What about the current model range? I know that there are 2 models. One is the first focal plane mil scope.
Yeah, it's a 4.5 to 24 by 56 mil scope. Very similar to this one, also 30mm tube, 1 centimeter clicks.
So 34mm.
34, right? 34mm tube, FFP reticle with a Christmas tree and so on. We have a separate view about this scope. You can check it out. And I would say that model, it's the first time that Sightron went into the top premium class of tactical optics. And I would say this is the reason, because they are not that known among tactical shooters, that scope is, I would say, at the beginning, so it's still not as popular. Optically, it's really, really good. However, because they're new in the tactical market, it doesn't sell that well, even though the scope itself, it's really, really good. And then the second model is this one, 10 to 50 by 60. And this model is really popular. It's gaining popularity because it's a lot of people go from the S3 to S5. Because when they're searching for something really good, they stay on the same brand. They already have the experience with the S3 in 99.9% a really good experience. So they go to the S5 to get a better optics, more elevation, better parallax, better turrets, so to have an...
And the reticle really is thin.
Yeah.
So great for precision shooting, right?
Yeah, it's a fine crosshair with a really small, precise dot in the center.
Like a target dot, but really fine.
I think it's 1/16 of MOA or something like that. It's really, really small. You can check on the web, on our product page of this product, and it's written exactly how big it is.
And even though this model is a target model, it has tactical turrets, which is, I think, a trend lately to have tactical turrets on the
target scopes.
On target scopes, yeah. But it has a 1/8 MOA click, which is a very fine click for target scopes, right?
Yeah, this is a typical F-class scope. You need a really fine, precise click. So 1/8 of MOA. This is roughly 3.5 millimeters per 100 meters. So perfect for shots up to, let's say, 1000 meters on F-class shooting. What it is with turret, it has a locking function, like I already mentioned. It doesn't have a mechanical turn indicator, so the turn indicator is just in the form of lines under the turret.
What about a zero stop? I think there's some new models have it.
The new
right?
models have it. So when we are talking about, there are basically two models in this series. 4.5 to 24 by 56, a tactical FFP mil scope, and an F-class target scope like this, 10 to 50 by 60. However, there are a couple of iterations of this scope. So 10 to 50 by 60, you can get with ED glass, or with better glass, or with a standard glass. So this is the first iteration. Then you're able to get it with a illuminated reticle or without illuminated reticle. Majority of people for target shooting doesn't need illumination.
And the illumination,
but it is
if
an option.
It is on the eyepiece, I
on
think,
the eyepiece, right? Yeah. And then you're able to choose the clicks, and you're able to choose the reticles. You get a couple of different reticles, even though the target dot, so fine crosshair, is the most popular one. You can get others also. And the clicks, you can get 1/4 MOA or 1/8 MOA. This configuration, which we have on the table now, fine crosshair with a dot, reticle, 1/8 MOA.
Is the most popular.
Most popular, non-illuminated. I would also say this is a perfect combination for F-class shooting.
I think we didn't mention yet that this is a made in Japan scope.
Yeah, made in Japan. It has, I think, 10 years warranty.
It has 10 years of warranty, and it does come in quite a big box, as you can see here.
Yeah.
So I was amazed by the weight of this sunshade. So it's really a high quality, quite thick, I would say.
Yeah, and everything is precisely made.
Yeah.
I would say the Japanese craftsmanship the finest. And all other models also come in the same packaging, with the same warranty, with the same
neoprene cover, yeah.
Neoprene cover, and so on. So they're very similar. Okay, I think you found this video really useful. Check also this playlist, which contains other video reviews, and see you there. Bye.
Bye.